Kachuk and scores!
Nice Shabbat curled and drives and scores!
And the Senators win it.
Five apart, another chance, Madison scores! Drake Madison, and dropped it. Green again, scores!
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Now, before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_, and on Instagram at SensTalk. Now, tonight, the Ottawa Senators took on the Edmonton Oilers, but before we get into the recap, a couple things. Firstly, in the link in the description below, you can order your SENS Talk shotgun tool today. We have sold out 3 times, so we made a 4th bunch for you guys. So if you want to order a cool piece of SENS Talk merchandise, do so now by ordering your STSD now in the link in the description below. Thank you all for the support. As well, go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code SensTalk to save $20 off your first purchase. It's a great deal. Now tonight the Senators took on the Edmonton Oilers. I'm recording this after the first period of play. Not the greatest start, but before we get to that, let's get to the lineup. So for the Edmonton Oilers, Mike Smith started, and for the Senators, it was Matt Murray. Now for the game number 29 lineup, head coach of the Ottawa Senators, DJ Smith, wanted to change it up, and myself included amongst a lot of people on Sens Twitter loved this lineup. The first line was Brady Tkachuk with Josh Norris, Drake Batherson. I love it. These players have earned those minutes. They have been some of the best forwards we've had all season. Good to see them on the first line. The second line, Tim Stützle, Colin White, Evgeny Dadonov. Stützle finally gets a top 6 opportunity. Colin White is an upgrade at the center position for Tim Stützle. Colin White has a great two-way game to him. A hard worker. I think he can really blend well with Stützle. Dzingel, Turney, and Brown. A little bit of speed on that line. And then the fourth line is a high-energy line of Nick, Paul, Artem Anisimov, and Austin Watson. The defensive pairings, Chabot and Zaitsev, Riley and Zoo, Brandstrom and Goodbranson. Murray starting with Joey Decord backing up. Now, the first period play did not go too well. Sanders are down 4-0. The first goal deflected off Austin Watson from a Nurse shot. Second goal, Colin White turned it over in the neutral zone, ended up in the back of the net. The third goal, I believe it was the Draisaitl goal where he just completely undressed Mike Riley. The fourth goal was McDavid, just went right through Matt Murray, and frankly, the Sanders got outshot in the first period 16-4, not a great start. And, you can make the argument for a couple of those goals, maybe just the first goal, to be honest, for Matt Murray. But that McDavid goal is an example. Listen, I know it's a tough shot, but we're paying you $6.25 million. You got to make a stop. You got to make a big stop. You got to make the stops that you're not expected to make. That's why you're here. You're expected to make the stops that are supposed to go in. You need to make the big stop, and he's not making the big stop. So I don't know what you do. I don't know what's going on. Do you fire the goalie coach? Do you who do you hold accountable here? So I'm not saying anyone needs to be fired, but hey, listen, something's not working here and something needs to be changed. Now, Sens are down 4-0. There's not really much to talk about, so I figured I'd answer a few of your questions now, and then I'll answer more of your questions later in the video because, hey, why not? So the first question comes in from Kirk. They ask, not a Murray fan, but what can the Sens do to help his cause? Well, like I just said, I don't know what you really can do. You can help him out by clearing the front of the net, I guess, so he's not screened as much. If you can clear the lane so he can see the puck coming at him instead of having to guess where the puck's going to be, there's a better chance he'll stop the puck. But really, I think it's more of a mental game for him right now to get the confidence back. Next question comes from that sports show. They ask, I personally have found that Chabot has left a lot to be desired this year. He's still been good, but the defensive zone decision making has been shaky at times and spending too much time in the box on bad penalties. Am I alone on seeing this, or am I yelling at Ghost to get off my line? No, you're not wrong. Chabot has definitely been a little bit off this season. I still think he's been good, but there's definitely he's been a little bit off. So I don't know if that's injury. I know he took a big hit off of Logan Brown in the training camp. I don't know if it's a lingering injury, but there's something a little bit off about Chabot. I have no issue with him in the future. I think he's going to definitely round back into shape, back into form. But yeah, there's something a little bit wrong with Chabot. It's something a little bit off, but he'll be okay. Next and final question comes in from Robo before we go to the second period of play. Are you dying to pay this club play? Oh, hell yeah. Who wouldn't want to watch your team get blown out 5-0 and get the honor of paying to be there to see it? Besides that, let's get to the second period of play where hopefully the Senators mount an incredible comeback. All right, so welcome back after the second period of play. I'm currently recording this 10 minutes in. The Senators are currently getting outshot 22-4. Oh, 22-5. The Senators has got their first shot on net. Pardon me. The shots are now 22-5. 10 minutes into the second period of play. The game is now 6-0 in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. Just total blowout. We're not playing well. And moments ago, I'm recording this, like I just said, 10 minutes into the second period. Currently, I'm recording this as the game is on. And Colin White just took a tumble into the boards behind the net. Looked like he injured his left leg, ankle region. Wasn't able to put any pressure on his left leg. Needed help getting up. Needed help getting off the ice. Was limping and had put no pressure on the left leg. So it could be a very serious injury. And obviously prayers up to Colin White. Hopefully he's okay. It would be a huge blow to the Sanders center depth and to the team in itself. Obviously, more importantly, right now, let's just hope he's okay. Who cares about the impact on the team right now? Of course, we just want to make sure he's healthy and okay. But yes, this would be a huge loss for the team. But right now, let's just hope and pray that he's okay. Now, I figured, hey, we're down 6-0. We're clearly out of this game. Why not answer some questions early so I can get this video out to you as soon as possible so you guys can watch this at a reasonable time. So the first question comes from Jamie. And they ask, there's no possible way the Sens protect Murray over Decord, is there? Well, we've seen the Sanders do some weirder things, but I genuinely believe in the next year, after it's all said and done after this season, it's going to be like a Bobby Ryan situation where they don't want to lose Matt Murray, but they're going to expose Matt Murray knowing that no one's going to take him and that contract. And Joey Decord is a diamond in the rough. This guy came from nothing, really, drafted late, and on a first-year program in Arizona State, turned around the program himself, brought them to a tournament run at NCAA, and then Belleville, he's playing fantastic, and now in Ottawa, he's made some nice starts. So Joey Decord is the future, in my opinion, and you got to protect him at all costs. You can't let anyone take him, especially for free. Next question comes in from Michael Jar. They ask, how long until something changes in our coaching? We've made small changes since the start of the season, but it's clear we're tanking with our defensive setups. Now, the next question is in regards to coaching potentially being fired. So I interpreted this question as coaching systems. And frankly, I don't know. Something's not working. Something needs to change. You're right. But it's not just the defensive setups. It's everything. The goaltending is not making big stops, which creates, the players having a lack of trust with the goaltender, which is huge. You need to have a trust that your goaltender is going to make that stop. When they play with Joey Decord, they're much more structured, but with Matt Murray, they're all over the place and they're sporadic because they don't know if he's going to make the stop, and half the time he won't. So I'm not a coach. I don't know all the systems and this and that. I'm not a former player either. I just a journalist student giving his opinions, but definitely something needs to be changed. But at the end of the day, you need to get a stop. So nothing is going to change until you get a stop, and you need a stop. Next question comes in from Irv. They ask, when do you really need to start to look and see if this is clearly not the coach this team needs? And that's why I wanted to separate these two questions. Good question. We just locked in DJ Smith to a multi-year deal, I believe. So he won't be fired this season. If he got past that 10-game losing streak in the beginning of the season, he will not be fired. That being said, could he potentially be fired in the offseason? Maybe. I don't think so. I think they give him the season. They give him the offseason. They start him next season. And then next season, if we start off like this season again, like the first 12 games, we lose like 8 or 9 of them, then he'll be fired. But I think that's only because the expectations next year are to improve, but more importantly, be a playoff team. And of course, if they're not a playoff team out of the gate and they're back into the basement, then yeah, DJ Smith will be fired, but that's not at least for another year. He's safe for the time being. Now, the Sens are currently down 6-0. It's 7:40 in the period. So I'm going to wrap this part of the video up, and we're going to get to the end of the video where hopefully I'm wrong and the Sanders came back down 6-0 to win 7-6. That'd be cool. That's literally the number on my jersey, so that'd be awesome. But we'll see. Besides that, let's get to the third period of play. We'll see you there. All right, welcome back to the third period. Listen, I'm recording this as the third period is on. There's 13 minutes left in the third period. I'm recording this as the game is happening. Listen, the Sens lost this game 10 minutes into the first period. All right. The last 4 or 5 days, I've been doing a lot of studying and a lot of work for exams. I had 2 exams today. And then the last 3 days in a row, I've uploaded videos. So I figured, hey, the Sens lost this game 10 minutes into the game. Even though I don't know the final score for this game, right now it's 6-0. It could be more by the time it's all said and done. But I'm tired, so I want to get this done, and I want to get this out to you guys because I love you guys. I want to make sure I get the content out for you guys, but I'm exhausted. So we're gonna do this now. Yeah, Sens lost. They're getting dominated. There's nothing more to say about it. Just total effing disaster out there, and can't wait to see what the media has to ask for DJ Smith, but we will see about that. But yeah, anyway, Sens are going to lose this one. They've lost this one. They lost it in the first 10 minutes of the game, so it's not a shocker. But here are a couple of notes. Firstly, Colin White did not return to the game for the third period. He was ruled out. That's not a good sign. There's no further update as of this moment, but we will see. Not a good sign, but keep your prayers in for Colin White. Hopefully things will get better for him, and hopefully he will recover from whatever it is very quickly. Now, in the third period as well, Tim Stützle is finally getting reps at the center position. He is on the line with Brady Tkachuk and Drake Batherson. That was a constant line in the third period of play. So Tim Stützle getting opportunity as a center, which makes sense, especially with Colin White potentially being out long-term now. It's good to get Tim Stützle finally in that position. Now, there's no Sens Talk start of the night. Everyone sucked. There's literally no one I can name that played well today. Everyone sucked. The next game is on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time versus the Edmonton Oilers for your Ottawa Senators. So that video will be uploaded Saturday afternoon because the game's at 9, and that game will end at around 11:45, 12. So that video will be uploaded on Saturday afternoon for Friday night's game against the Edmonton Oilers. But besides that, the Senators, they lost this one, and hopefully they can win the one on Friday. But besides that, thank you all for watching. Please comment below and let me know what you think. I always look forward to reading and interacting with all your comments as well. Be sure to like this video, share this video for cool stuff, and click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. And most importantly, turn the notification bell on so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Besides that, the Sens lose. They lost a long time ago, and it's time for me to go to sleep. Besides that, thank you all for watching, and there it is. That's a perfect way to end it. The Oilers just scored. 7-0, Draisaitl with his second. I'll see you Saturday afternoon. Go Sens go.